Hello YouTube friends and family. Today I'm going to show you how to do these really adorable Christmas trees, and they have little Hershey Kisses in them. Little Hershey Kiss Christmas trees. Aren't they so cute? Now these two are using two different ink colors. This one is the Emerald Envy and this one is the Old Olive. So just two different looks but equally cute. So let's get started. Put them right there. Alright, so this tree comes from the Foxy Friends stamp set. For this tutorial, I'm going to use the smaller tree, but you could do the same exact thing with the larger tree as well. Aren't they just so cute? There will be more videos definitely with this stamp set because I just love all these cute little foxes. So, only 27 bucks, great deal. So, moving on. Now, the stamp set is a photopolymer stamp set. So for this one I recommend using a foam pad. This is the Pierce pad from Stampin' Up. It gives it that extra foam cushion that it doesn't have because it's a photopolymer. So we're going to use that. And for this one I'm going to do the Emerald Envy, which is one of the new in colors, and it's just so pretty. So tap, tap there. Okay. Just a second and peel her off. So very nice and pretty. Alright, so to cut it out, I'm going to use the Perfect Pines framelits, the smaller one of the set. You can see, there we go. Okay. So these just coordinate perfectly with this. So this is what we're going to use to cut it out. I'm going to close that so I don't leave out myself. Alright, and to make sure that it doesn't wiggle in the Big Shot, because sometimes it tends to do that, I'm going to use a little strip of washi tape just to hold it in place. Washi tape is so awesome for stuff like this because it's a semi-permanent tape and it'll peel right off. So let's do our Big Shot sandwich. Okay. So for this one, I'm going to use the new Big Shot platform with the thin die adapter for thin dies, framelits and such, okay? And then on top of that, we're going to do one of our cutting pads. Now these are very well loved and used cutting pads, so they will get scratched up as you use them. And then that on top there. And then the other cutting pad on top, just like that. And run it through the Big Shot real quick. Like that, and it just pops right out and that washi tape comes right off. So there's our tree. I've got another one here I cut out earlier. Okay, so just like that, so easy, so easy. Alright, now for the base of the tree I used a piece of Early Espresso. This is 1 inch by 4 inches, and I took the scoreboard, just stuck it on there and scored it at 1, 2, and 3 inches. You can see that. Here we go. If you were doing multiples of these, which they're very easy to do multiples of, I would just do a 4 by however many inches for however many you were doing. So, okay, so there is that guy. Love the scoreboard. Use that all the time. Okay. Now we have our little base. We're going to go ahead and fold it up to make a little triangle. See that? Okay. Go ahead and take my Hershey Kiss. Now you can, if you want, do a glue dot or some kind of adhesive for the bottom, but I find that if I wrap it in the brown, it'll be nice and snug and you won't need to do that. I prefer not to put glue on my candy if I can help it. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it in there. You can see that, okay. And then I'm going to put a little glue on there. Make sure you can see that, okay. Just like so. Doesn't take much. I'm going to just fold it down. Give it a little pinch. Second. Okay. And then as that's drying, let's go ahead back to our trees and cut off the little stem. Since we're doing the brown bases, we don't really need that part, so we're just going to cut that off. Very Very nice and easy. Okay, go back to our trunk. And so we're going to add a tree to each side of our trunk. So we start with one. And you want to make sure you give a little room for the trunk at the bottom. Just give it a second or two. Then we're going to flip to the back side. And for this one, we're going to do the same thing, just a little glue on the top of the triangle. But we're going to do a little bit on the back side of the first trees, just to glue them together. So, okay. And I like using the Tombow glue for this because it takes a second to dry, so you can kind of wiggle it and make sure that they're nice and straight together. So there you go. And that is your basic little Christmas tree. Isn't that so cute and easy? So there's a few variants that you can do on this guy. Let me show you real quick. So obviously, I mean, you can stamp them in different ink colors if you want, but if you don't have the stamp, you can, and you just have the Thinlits, you can punch it out in different designer series paper and do different trees like that. Isn't that cute? Here's another one. And did one purple too, so very fun. You can also dress up your tree. For the ones I started with, we have the little stars on top. Now for this one, I used the itty bitty star punch. Unfortunately, this is retired, but if you do end up getting the framelits, it actually comes with a star. So there's one right there that's easy to use and just the right size. So, and then the other thing I did, which is so cute on these, is I embellished them with some of Stampin' Up's different embellishments. Aren't those so cute? So let me show you these. Came from the pearls. See that long, thin strings that are hard to figure out what to use? I did that for the little popcorn effect. And then same thing for the little rhinestones. It's just the rhinestone version of that. See, I ran out of them. I used them all. And then to get the little ornament look, I just used the pearls and colored it with a Sharpie, just a red Sharpie, and it gives it that permanent little effect. So cute. Hope you enjoyed this video, and you're going to go and make lots of trees. Feel free to share some videos and share some pictures of your trees, and have a Merry Christmas.